Good morning. 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 Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, and welcome to Dreamy Dreamland with Sensei Bob. And this is just a aperitif. I had breakfast with you and lunch with you earlier today, and I'm just about to go into deep green and really have limited resources to come out at least for a few days. I might, if somebody put something up on good old PayPal, that would be great, and due to wake42 at Gmail, due to wake42 at Gmail. You know, we had a visitor from a troll, and you can see the guy or gal or it or whatever it is. Um, there is a spark of humanity there, and the poor little it is hurting, and so we have to say some prayers, right? We started off the show this morning with a person who was giving us meditative energy to clear our sacrum, right? And that's where we hold a lot of emotion, right? And when anyone just, I kind of bopped him out, and but I let him stay there until I was ready to go because I wanted him to be part of the cadre, at least for a little while. And it gives and everything he said gave me an opportunity to basically say that no matter what happens to you, you can use it to do your best. And I around here see a lot of people. I mean, this is extremely rural area, right? And nobody ever was here. Everyone ignored these people. This was the flyover capital of America, and now all the people from California and Florida and Texas and New Jersey and New York are coming here, and other places, Maryland. All the rich people who, oh, I can't stand it where I was, and they're bringing the thing that they're running away from with them, right? And that good old saying, wherever you go, there you are, is kind of what is here. Meaning, all of the socioeconomic problems are right here, right, and they're amplified by the poverty of the people here, right? And I've tried to, at least 8 years that I've been more here than not here. I mean, I've been here 20 years, give or take. But the first, 12 years, this was just one of my spots I would come and stay at for a while. But now I have no other spots, and this is it. And I never built anything, so I'm basically living in a tent. And a lot of people go, "Whoa, how do you do that in the winter?" Creatively, right? And like I was saying to Yo Yo, um, that when you don't have anything, you can be very grateful. I mean, you got nothing else to lose, right? Oh, um, and the guy was going on about how you'll be dead in 5 years. Well, that'd be lucky if I'm still kicking around then. I died, almost 10 years ago, and I'm still alive. So I'm like ahead of the game, right? And every morning I wake up in screaming pain because everything was wrong with that I died from is still wrong with me. It's just that I can place myself in homeostasis and balance, right? And that's why I go on this show to talk to you about this because that is for all the things. Oh, the world is so terrible. Oh my God, war. Oh, famine. Oh, yeah, COVID. Blah 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 blah. Well, that's been around all the time. We've been having this. AIDS wasn't a happy, fun thing. It killed a lot more people than 19. And it made everyone, step back from being intimate with each other. It was quite interesting. It's also quite interesting how Fauci, wherever any one of these things kind of pops its head up, Bill Gates and Fauci are some of the usual suspects. But it's just more of the same. Whenever they're I'm not saying these guys cause the catastrophes, but they sure take advantage of them. And that is the motif of an extraction, problem, action, solution culture. And that's what we got here, right? So I just wanted to, let's see how much do I got left here? Oh, maybe 10 minutes. Just wanted to say I love you guys, and I just do my best. I'm not perfect, but I do my best. Whatever I do my best. I make mistakes. I can be a moron, and I would say 40% of every day I'm a moron, right? But I kind of keep an eye on it, and so I observe my moronness, and then I do my best to learn from being a moron. And if you do that, if you learn from your mistakes, you're ahead of the game, you know. And if you realize that your life isn't about you, you know, Yo-Yo, he, it, she, whatever. Um, and that's probably how I'll always describe Yo-Yo. Is you know, he, it, she, whatever. Um, Represents just like John Birmingham does as the canary in the coal mine, represents a characteristic of that lacking, that thing that's missing, you know. And when you have a thing missing, it's because you're not sharing. You're not being part of the we and me. You're not seeing that why you're here is to help others, not yourself. Right? And if you go troll people and are nasty and mean, you're being trolling, nasty, self-loathing to yourself, right? And you're not really, if you're not there to help, you know, and you're really not there to, the bottom line is you're hurting yourself. Everything you do makes yourself miserable. It makes yourself just have such self-loathing and disgust for yourself that it's almost impossible for you to live, right? You really want that? No. you know? And I can see the good in Yo-Yo. I know it's in there. You know, there are a lot of folk who came to this channel over the years who were worse than Yo-Yo, but they found their self-worth in this channel and they built themselves. And yet they still have issues and problems, and they deal with them. And and there are a lot of people I bring on as guests, and they talk, and they have done their best to get to where they are, and they're every day in every way they're taking a piece of the earth and making it stronger. It's not about them, right? And they all had came from places that they had issues and problems and difficulties, and they use those things to make themselves better. And that's what it's about. That's what this life's about. So whether I keel over, soon as, right here in front of you, or, later or whenever, it doesn't matter, because, for the last, 8.5 years, give or take, I have done my best. I mean, I stopped being that, I was, the dude for most of my life until I was about 47. I was on top of it. I knew my 20, my 360. And I had such inertia from that when I kind of cruised into the corporate world and had a skill set they really appreciated and paid me well for. I, by doing that, I was, I thought, okay, I'm on the inside now. I'm going to try and help, and I did, But what I really did was, with every piece of that hedonistic lifestyle that I had, um, I, became more and more unconscious, right? Until I died, right? In a plate of spaghetti, went to my life observation, and my teacher said, "You're doing a great job." And these last 10 years have been fine because you needed to go through this experience to understand certain or finer details of the situation, which I did, right? And so, that skill set that the corporate world, that the Mr. Globaloney really appreciated in me then, because, they wanted me to be X, Y, and Z for 35 years, and I never quite did it, but they just kept letting me do what I wanted to do. because I would do stuff that they wanted me to do anyway, and they were thinking, well, one day he'll be just like Dr. Quigley, um, given access, given abilities, given plenty of rope to hang myself, and I continually, would, you know, take care of that project. Each little thing they gave me to do, I took care of it, right? And they would reward me well and give me the freedom and access that I wanted. And in those 10, 15 years, I gained 240 pounds, and that weight was the representation of you know carrying that motif, right? And I have since then lost 240. I'm down to 193, my high school weight. And so that's why my body said, okay, he can live a little longer. He's not stressing us out ridiculously, right? I've damaged things, but I'm not stressing it out. And my diet is better because I have no money to buy crappy food. And I have amazing water to drink, so I just mostly drink water, you know. And so that's my report from here. And, I have, a couple of trips of gasoline in my tank. I've got a little more than a quarter tank, but that I have to kind of have that last about 5 6 days. So I'm just gonna ride around. Today I did a whole bunch of things, and that's kind of what I have to do. I have to I can't go. Oh, I want to have brunch. That's kind of what I had with you guys, brunch. Um, and a real brunch, breakfast and lunch. And what I love about that place is it's real and I can afford it, right? And they have good Wi-Fi, and it's a hidden place. It's like out in the middle of nowhere. It has no real physical representation of anything, and so it's what America is. It's that's the beauty of it. It's not this that or the other thing that you can put your finger on. It's not like Asheville or Johnson City or Boone. Those are very, particular. Those things used to be really beautiful little things that represented what America was. But now it's just Hardee's and McDonald's and things of that nature. So that's the report. How about some thumbs up? How about some comments? And I'll see you guys later. Okay. Okay. Doo, 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 doo.